guys, my name is Crystal and welcome to my YouTube channel. Alexa, what's the time please? Alexa, the time?
It's 7:07 a.m.
Alexa, the date today?
Today is Saturday the 18th of June 2022.
And Alexa, the temperature?
At the moment, it's 19 degrees Celsius. Today, you can expect a high of 24 degrees.
Well, last night was terrible for trying to get to sleep. It felt more like 30 degrees centigrade. I just could not get to sleep properly last night. I was tossing, turning. I kept putting a cold flannel all over myself. The dog couldn't rest either. He was up and down like a yo-yo. So I put him in the bedroom for a bit. I tried to cool down in the living room and it still didn't work. Trying to sleep in this hot weather is terrible. I'm also going through the menopause as well, so I feel hot anyway. This morning I've got up and I've just gone straight into the shower. I just finding it hard to breathe, finding it hard to walk in this heat, and it just feels suffocating. And my face looks like a beetroot at the moment. And that's just red beetroot. Ever since I had those iron injections, every time I have a shower or a bath, my face comes out like a red tomato. I didn't do videos yesterday afternoon. When it's terrific heat like this, you absolutely don't feel like it. You don't feel like doing videos in this heat. I really didn't feel like doing a video this morning, but I thought just to let people know that I was okay. That, yeah, sometimes things get me down as well. And I've been trying to get my medication for the chemist, and I haven't managed to get anybody to take me there yet. And I really don't want to walk over like a dusty bridge in this heat, so hopefully I'll get my medication either today or next week. It's okay, I've got tablets to keep me going. I've got tablets to keep me going. But, you know, I don't feel like walking into Sturridge in this terrific heat. So, yesterday I took Max out for a walk. I thought someone was going to take me to get my medication yesterday. But as everything happens in my life, it doesn't work out. So I'm going to see if I can get someone to take me to the chemist today. If not, I should get it myself. Tuesday if I have to. It's been a week in the chemist. Tuesday it probably would have been a week in the chemist, but they do hold on to your medication because I've left it a week before now when I've gone to get it. The Boots in Strood, Boots the chemist, it's a little pharmacy, and you know, I just to go there, all over there, and then come back, you know, I just don't feel like it in this heat. So I was waiting for someone to come and pick me up yesterday afternoon, and they couldn't come and take me, so I was stood for about an hour waiting. And you know what it's like, you just stood around waiting for someone to turn up and they don't. And it was really, really hot and I was getting annoyed and fed up. And people were being picked up in taxis, people were being picked up outside my window. Later on yesterday evening when I took Max out, there was a blonde man taking a big, large lady out in his car at the back of the flats. I don't have a boyfriend. I don't have a relationship. So, and I don't have a car. So when I go out on foot, or I took the train the other day, as you've seen on my videos. I took the train into Clapham. Now, Strood Station is quite a way from the chemist anyway. There's no point taking a train to go to the Strood Station. It's quite far away from the actual Strood shops, the Strood Station. There's no point doing that, because the walk from the station is just about hit from here to the chemist anyway. So, yeah, it was pretty shit yesterday afternoon. I was happy. I was happy right up until yesterday afternoon. My mum had rang and I hadn't answered the phone when I was walking around the field, and I filmed the swans, and I was feeling really happy. I sat on the field by myself and I sunbathed for about 20 minutes with Max sat by my side. A blonde man, like, just randomly talked to this old guy with a cap on a bicycle. All right, mate, it's hot, isn't it, today? Didn't even know him, just talked to a bloke on a bicycle as I was walking past going onto the field. I was by myself, and there was one man and one lady behind me, and I just sat on the field and I sunbathed for 20 minutes by myself. When I realised that someone wasn't going to come and pick me up to get my medication, my mum rang. And usually when my mum rings in the afternoon, 10 or 15 minutes afterwards, my neighbour upstairs comes home. And I'd had a shitty afternoon. I'd had a real bad shitty afternoon, but I wasn't angry, so I needed to get some milk. So as I went out to the co-op again, I'd been out once already, I went out to the co-op again to get 4 pints of milk and a cold drink, which I got, and I got some coffee, and the jelly babies were reduced to £1, so I got some jelly babies. So basically, my neighbour was parked opposite the flats when I was going out to go and get my 4 pints of milk. And the large lady with the guy that looked like Mark, that came up to me one Sunday and said he'd seen my pictures on Instagram and he fancied me. So now we've got a Mark lookalike sitting with a really large lady with a double chin and glasses with brown curly hair. She is nice, she is lovely, and you find that large people have beautiful personalities. So she's sat sandwiched in between an older man and a young man, and he had sunglasses on. Now, neither of me and my son are extremely large. We're quite slim, and my son is muscular and tall, and these people are short. And it's a case of doubles, isn't it? Doubles. It has been since I first married my husband, because he looked like Freddie Mercury. They used to call him Freddie, because he looked like Freddie Mercury. Right? So I came back and put my stuff away, and we're going to see what happens today, whether I get a lift to get my medication or not. But I'm extremely hot. I've just had a shower. It was terrible last night. I thought it was just awful. I could not bloody breathe. And even sleep, there's no wind, you see. So there's no wind cooling the air. So it's just still and brilliantly hot. Right, so I went out later on in the evening with Max yesterday evening, and pretty much the same as it always is, couples walking together. There's usually a guy with a black dog, an older man with a black dog. I think it's the one I told off like over a year ago now, that it jumped all over me and Max, and you know, it's quite a big dog. It can push you over. So yeah, again, couples walking around the field, and there's like twice I've seen this bloke now, never seen him before. 2 nights in a row, a man with hair like mine, a bit longer down his shoulders. He was hovering around the riverside the day before yesterday, just staring at the river. And yesterday he was sat down on a bench with a Sainsbury's bag, a plastic Sainsbury's bag. And my mum rang as I was coming home, and I'd spoken to her the evening before because I was a bit afraid, because I'd had messages on Gmail saying to me, would I do sexual favours for some shopping. So this guy with shoulder length hair, looked greasy, was sat down on a bench with Sainsbury's shopping. And usually there's girls giggling and laughing in the background somewhere, and there was. Because they laugh at me, they think it's funny. The same years ago, when I went to see my son, there was girls laughing, giggling, and one of them muttered under their breath, "Doggy." I'm somebody's son, I'm somebody's mother, I'm certainly not somebody's doggy. So I was woken up at 6:20 this morning. I've had about 2 hours sleep. One of his children was running up and down the ceiling upstairs. Oh, and yesterday there was a B. Taylor lorry. B. Taylor. My surname is Marshall. So as I was walking around the riverside yesterday, there is great big capital white letters, B for Bertie, Taylor, all over a lorry. And also last night I got a message about 2 o'clock in the morning from someone calling themselves Darren. I know my neighbour wears a cap. Right, I wear a cap as well. There was another woman wearing a cap yesterday around the field, a young lady. And, you know, about 4 different Darrens, apparently, have emailed me. Now I've nailed that on the head. I'm not answering any more silly messages. And I won't be talking to you, whoever it is, emailing me on my Gmail account. I'm not talking to you anymore, or Facebook dating. If you're going to be stupid, give me fake profiles and just lie to me. No more. Gone. Bye. Someone going into the bin cupboard, which is right underneath my bedroom window. Medication that's being picked up is for me, Crystal. It's Father's Day tomorrow. My dad, Derek, has been dead since the 25th of August 2021. It's not been a great end to the week. Tomorrow will probably be terrible. And, you know, what else can I say? I'm not going to stop doing videos. I'm not going to stop doing my balloon videos. Some people might think it's crusty snot, because a notification came up on Facebook yesterday that someone was doing a live stream called Crusty Snot. Crusty Snot. I will not be put off. I'm determined to get to the truth of what happened in 2008, whether it's crusty snot or not. And also, I made a comment under Lizzie Velasquez' YouTube. She was dubbed the ugliest woman on the earth, apparently. Lizzie Velasquez. I made a comment yesterday. So I saw a video with Lizzie on, pressed it, and it said, Lizzie Velasquez is supposed to be the ugliest woman on the earth. Then it goes for about 30 seconds and it says, Lizzie Velasquez is not the ugliest woman in the world. Who is? You! All yesterday, when I've been not able to get my painkiller tablets, which are important because they stop the jaw and face pain, right? Coloured guy's voice, taking the piss out of Lizzie, who's actually very famous, who's on Wikipedia, and who's had the courage to stand up in front of crowds and talk about how she's being bullied. You made her famous out of calling her ugly, and she's not ugly at all. People with